came this close to wearing shorts. No, I didn't. But I was tempted. Good morning and welcome to Nature Watch. Nature Watch is sponsored by Waddell's Nursery, Floral Garden, and Bird Center at the corner of 12th Street and Millam Road. And now your host of Nature Watch, it's Gary Miller. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Man, what a nasty bug last week. I
think I might have got some of that from you because I got a little bit this week. So
I'm not contagious, but I just can't get rid of it totally. I've been on prednisone. I did the Z-Pack, all of that fun stuff, and I'm still trying to get this worked out. But I do feel 100% better, which puts me at about an 80% level.
So balmy is a good description. It actually seems quite warm out there compared to yesterday.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I had -2 at the coldest yesterday morning.
Yeah, I think it was an official record low temperature last night in Kalamazoo of 6, or I should say Friday morning,
right,
of 6 above zero.
Yeah, I'm in a lower area, so and I don't have an official thermometer, though.
Right.
I have it set up, so I'm pretty sure it was down 0 or just below.
As it's been said in this building before by others, your results may vary. So,
And it looks like it's going to stay, besides being warming up a little bit here, it looks like it's going to get cold again.
Yeah.
So it's and there's a chance of that white stuff coming down. Looks like that stuff is here to stay for a while.
We need to do some investigative work. If we have to get a hold of Chandler Boss, or if we have to get a hold of Ellen Baca, I don't care. I want to know how long this is going to last.
Well, if you look at what the predictions are, we actually have from tomorrow 2 weeks more before winter starts officially. Mm-hmm. So we are not even officially in winter yet.
Sir, may I remind you, we are in meteorological winter.
Sure,
that started December 1.
Yeah, but it's
I know. I get what you're saying.
Haven't hit the winter solstice yet.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
So we got a couple weeks yet of fall, even though it seems like winter. Boy, there's some more snow coming. I had last weekend, after the snow, Saturday, Sunday, 11 inches my wife measured out on a spot where it just had landed actually on top of our grill in one of the birdhouses, our bird feeders, and then we got another inch and a half after that. So I had close to a good foot of snow.
Yeah.
And it was wet, heavy snow.
How do I put this mildly? Okay, I was yelling all fall long, we need a brutal winter. So if you want to send hate mail, texts, whatever, just do it. Just get it out of the way. Just.
But actually, it's a good thing because
beat me up. I don't care. Beat me up.
The downside of having all actually, it's neat seeing the snow. I know that we had a couple nights that the sky was relatively clear, like Thursday night, Friday morning. That you could see the moonlight and you could see shadows from tree branches on top of the snow. It looked pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, yes. That was sweet.
Though we've had a lot of clouds, so we'll see how that proceeds here. Looks like it's going to be a pretty cloudy week.
It was about time that we had a supermoon and that our skies cooperated and gave us just a brilliant view of it.
Yeah. And keep that memory because it looks like it's going to be pretty cloudy for the next week or two.
But that's Michigan.
I have a little peak of sun, clear sky here and there, which is unfortunate because we have the Geminid meteor showers coming up. Next weekend is the peak. Friday night, Saturday morning, and then Saturday night, Sunday morning. Mm-hmm. And if we have clear skies and you're in a dark area, you could see well over 100 meteors per hour if we have clear skies. The forecast does not look too promising. So we'll see.
Okay.
So keep that in mind. So, and if we have cloudy skies and you still want to get that astronomical bug itched a little bit, the Kalamazoo Astronomical Society next Saturday is doing an online viewing session, and that's Saturday from 8:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. They ask that you register ahead of time. It's via Zoom, and that actually is linked in with their telescope that is down in southeastern Arizona, and the skies there are typically very clear.
Yeah,
and so you might be able to see some of the stars in that, maybe some of the meteors, and if they decide to change that up a little bit, they might they'll post that on their website and on their Facebook page. But if it is cloudy and they have a date of the 20th scheduled for a backup date. But typically the skies down there where their telescope is, that's why they selected that location.
Okay.
Keeps it nice and clear.
Okay, let me bring this up real quick. It's kind of weather related, and it's something that we have talked about here many times because you like to key in on invasive species on this show. Is a harsh winter going to help control them a little bit more in some aspects?
In some aspects, it might. It might slow down the spread somewhat. In other terms, it may speed it up. It just depends on what the invasive species is.
Oh.
It depends on how hardy they are to winter conditions.
Okay.
And if we have a cold winter, and so for example, if firewood gets moved, we don't want to be moving firewood around. But
that's copy paste on this show too.
Yes. So that you move firewood around in long distances. That be very careful with that. That's another reason to get local Christmas trees. Just because actually the Michigan Invasive Species Network had a little bulletin this last week about checking your Christmas trees. Make sure you don't have those little harbingers of doom from the invasive species that may be catching a ride. So.
And it seems to be like there's a run on natural Christmas trees this year. Are you folks selling a lot?
Yeah, actually we are. It's and they're fantastic looking. And we got some nice fresh cut ones. We work with a couple of growers in Allegan County, and just so fantastic looking trees. And they irrigate, too, so that really helps considerably.
Right. Oh, absolutely. Well, we give away gift cards on this show, and, you could put a gift card towards a Christmas tree, right?
Oh, yeah. Actually, you could.
Tell you what. Let's play trivia and give away a $20 gift card, and maybe somebody can get a natural Christmas tree with that gift card, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That'd be fantastic.
First correct caller to the question Gary has at 269-382-4280 will win. Again, if you won in the last 30 days, let's let somebody else win.
So I actually ran across, I was reading some articles, and I ran across a neat little tidbit of information. I thought, oh, that's a fantastic trivia question. Mm-hmm. So my trivia question today is, what is the largest fruit native to North America? And I'll give you a hint, it's native to Michigan, too.
Oh.
So largest fruit native to North America and Michigan.
Oh.
And it actually... I'm sure I've read that before, but when you hear the answer, you'll go, oh, yeah, that makes sense.
269-382-4280. First correct caller will win.
So we'll see. People are frantically Googling now. They're going to find it pretty quick, I think.
Right.
It's pretty much of a softball.
Right. Oh, either that or people are still sleeping this morning because they have the same ills that I have or had. And, yeah, I get it. Trust me.
So if we get those clear skies in this next Saturday, Sunday night, if you're going to try to watch the Geminid meteor showers, the best viewing time is going to be after 10 p.m. Until about 2 a.m., and the moon's going to come up. So you got a nice window there, not too late. And look to the eastern sky, and they're going to appear to be coming out of the bright planet Jupiter. You're going to see up there. So I look like they're coming out from near Jupiter. So it's actually near the constellation Gemini. So that's it's named the Geminid meteor showers. So that looks like where the origin is of those meteors.
Oh, okay. Here we go. 269-382-4280. Good morning, WKZO. Who is this?
Good morning. This is Gay.
Hi,
Hi,
Gay.
Gay.
How you doing?
Doing great. How you doing?
I'm feeling better than last week.
We haven't gotten snowed in yet, so we're good.
And that too.
Glad to hear that. Yep, us too.
All right.
I think I know the answer.
Okay, what's your guess?
Is it pawpaw?
It is.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I knew that was going to be somewhat of a softball, but I thought it was pretty interesting that a fruit that most people are not very familiar with or haven't had a chance to taste. It's the largest fruit native to North America, and you don't see them very often because they bruise very easily, so they don't ship. So you really have to grow your own or know where there's a tree or trees growing, because you need a couple of trees because they need that cross pollination. And if the trees are from the same tree originally, they're not going to get that cross pollination very well. So they can't pollinate themselves at all. And so if you have that same fruit from the same tree, you're not going to get a lot of pollination from those. So you need to have a different tree to get that pollination.
Yeah, we're talking pollination in the middle of winter. Well, we're not
you gotta
quite
think
there
about
yet.
that.
We're not quite there yet.
And pawpaw. So have you ever tasted pawpaw, Gay?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, so they're fantastic. So the first time I tasted pawpaw was about 8 or 9 years ago, and the descriptions don't do them justice. Oh my goodness, they have that custard-like texture, somewhat of a banana flavor, maybe a little bit of mango undertones, but nice and sweet when they're ripe. and just fantastic. You can eat them with a spoon. Cut the fruit in half and work around the seeds, and fantastic flavor.
I have never had a pawpaw.
Well, you don't see them very often. You got to know where some trees are. So I know we usually sell a few pawpaw trees at Waddell's, and I always kid people if they're not a very pleasant-looking fruit. They look sort of like a green potato. That was one of the descriptions I'd seen. They're not a fantastic-looking fruit.
Okay.
And so I always tell people that if you don't have room for 2 trees in your yard, gift a tree to your neighbor. Tell them you'll take care of the ugly fruit that falls off it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of wildlife that like pawpaws.
And give
too.
a friend in pawpaw a pawpaw tree.
Yes.
Did you see what I did there? All right, Gay, hey, do me a favor. You're our big winner. Can you hold on the line for a minute?
I surely will. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Hold on there, Gay, and we'll be back in 70 seconds on WKZO with more Nature Watch.
Ho, ho, ho! Join me, Santa, at Waddell's Open House. Ho, ho, ho!
That's right. The annual Christmas open house at Waddell's continues today from 10 till 2. Join Santa and his elves for pictures and follow the nativity story for more photo opportunities, including with the live Christmas donkeys. At Santa's workshop, make Christmas decorations and gifts to give this holiday season. All the elves will be ready to help decorate cookies and make ornaments that look like a reindeer, a glittery star, or a pinecone Christmas tree. Craft projects are just $3.75 to $5.50. And of course, taking pictures with the donkeys and Santa is free. Browse the great selection of Michigan-grown trees, fresh handmade wreaths, poinsettias, and beautiful displays. Right now, all Christmas decor is 33% off. Plus, remember, Waddell's is a great spot for unique and thoughtful gifts. And just to give you a heads up, Santa will make a return visit and be back at Waddell's next Friday and Saturday, December 13th and 14th. See Waddells.com for all the information.
I like that it's local.
More Kalamazoo area local news than ever before.
I like that it's local.
On 590 and 106.9 FM.
I like the local news.
WKZO.
I like the fact that Gay in Battle Creek won a $20 gift card. That's what I like. Nature Watch continues. I'm Jim. He's Gary with loads of information.
Oh, yes. So, a neat thing about the pawpaws, the botanical name is Simona triloba. Actually, the Simona is comes from the Algonquin-speaking people, such as the Miami Shawnees and Powhatans. And it was said to be the favorite fruit of Daniel Boone and was planted by both Thomas Jefferson and George Washington. The Native Americans was a very beloved food, and the pawpaws have declined in numbers just because they're sort of that understory tree, usually at the edges of woodlots. They have a sort of a large leaf, it's sort of glossy looking. It's a very distinct looking leaf because it's so big. And I know a lot of times going down 94 towards the pawpaw area, some of the woodlots and that you can pick out at least I can pick out some of the pawpaw trees at the woodlot edges. But if you have a chance to grow some, you have to be very patient because they have a sort of deep taproot, so you have to get small seedlings to plant or smaller plants to plant. And so you may have 8 to 10, 12 years invested before you actually get pawpaws. And then you have to be careful of late frosts. So it's something you have to be very patient for, but is well worth the wait.
Okay.
Well worth the wait.
Okay, there you go.
So some other neat things around. Santa's workshop day number 2 at Waddell's, 10 to 2 today. So you can come in and see Santa in his fantastic suit. There's a bunch of neat activities for the kids, some live music.
I was going to ask you about that because that's all I heard all week long. Spots for this weekend.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we had quite a few kids and families come through last night. So it was pretty neat.
All right. Cool.
And so that goes 10 to 2 today. Next weekend on Friday, the 12th, from 10 to 1, you can bring your pets in, and primarily probably dogs because there'll be dogs there. Probably cats won't be too friendly. And from 10 to 2 or 10 to 1, you can take photos with Santa. Santa will probably be in his working clothes helping people pick out Christmas trees. But
I wonder who that is.
So yeah, lots of neat red. And then next Saturday is Santa's Workshop Day number 3, again from 10 to 2. And we'll have kids' crafts and some live music, and you can come in and get a photo with Santa.
Okay.
So Santa did have a very young visitor last night. I had a 2-week-old come see Santa.
Really?
Yes. And proceeded to grab a hold of Santa's beard.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. The oldest that Santa's seen is the oldest kid is 92 years old. Several years ago, a 92-year-old came in to see Santa to get a photo for her Christmas card.
Oh, okay.
Which is pretty neat. So a lot of neat things.
You get both sides.
Yes, and every age in between. So everybody's a kid at Christmas. So have you a chance? You got lots of neat Christmas ornaments, and you got poinsettias and greens, trees. So if you want a live potted tree, we've got live potted trees. So lots of neat Christmas things. Mm-hmm. Nothing else, come out and look, and then you can find some neat gifts for those folks that maybe sometimes are hard to shop for too.
Right.
So something neat to do.
Okay.
I mentioned last week the Pierce Cedar Creek Institute. They have that seed cleaning on Mondays. They got drop-ins on from 11 to 4. So if you have a chance to get out and volunteer, want to get out of the house, this coming week on Wednesday, the Kalamazoo Bird Sanctuary is going to have their last of the calendar year, their birds and online coffee online chats.
Okay.
And they're going to be talking about rare birds sighted in Michigan this last year. Elliot Nelson with the Michigan Sea Grant Extension Educator is going to be talking about all the rare birds that were spotted in Michigan in 2025. Mm-hmm. And last year when I listened in and linked in with that, was fantastic because they could collect data from all over the state. So it's always interesting to see what rare birds we've seen.
Okay.
We have seen some rare birds, actually confirmed sightings here in southwest Michigan this last week. A harlequin duck, which nests up towards the Arctic Circle or along the ocean shore front and extremely east and west. They typically don't come this way at all. Along with some purple sandpipers. Again, a bird that nests way far north or along ocean shoreline. And
is this because of the polar vortex that
it may have been. But purple sandpiper typically is more eastern, but it might have been. They might have caught a wind or came in.
This is why I come into work. I learn things.
So if you have a chance, look up the photos of harlequin duck. They're really neat. They're really, really colorful ducks. And when you first see them with our native ducks that you typically see, like the wood ducks, you're like, oh, it looks like sort of like a wood duck. But then you look closely, it's got a lot of difference. Drought monitor, a little worse than a week ago.
Well, but then again, what we're seeing now, we're not going to see until it melts. We're cool.
Right.
We're good.
But they take into account some of that moisture content. And so we're a little over 67% of the state's abnormally dry or worse. Mm-hmm. So another 5% worse since a week ago. More than 17% of Kalamazoo County is in the abnormally dry condition from a week ago. So we really, really changed in the last week. So we'll have to see. We need to keep getting some moisture and get that soil moisture build up for this next growing season.
Okay.
Starting next weekend, Audubon's 126th Christmas bird count, December 14th through January 5th, 2026. And so if you go to the Audubon Society main webpage and you can do just Google Christmas bird count, and you can find links to the local accounts, and there's usually a coordinator in different areas, and you can link up with them, and they sometimes have set times that they're doing as sort of a group activity, and you can be a birder of any experience, and it actually helps get those birds counted. They try to do that. They use those for estimating populations and seeing if birds are declining or increasing in population. The Birds Canada is the coordinator in Canada for the Christmas bird count, and so they get all sorts of people, community scientists, and they get to do all sorts of counts on those birds. That's a fun activity to get out of the house or so. Sometimes you can do it, stay in your house and watch your feeders too. So it's a
there you go.
Neat thing to do. So Michigan Department of Agriculture and Rural Development, MDARD, had a little press release this week. Michigan is Christmas tree month. So December is Michigan Christmas tree month.
Well, come on.
Well, it was actually declared a Michigan Christmas tree month
I think that's a dead giveaway.
So it's a neat about a lot of family farms have grow those Christmas trees. Michigan ranks third in the nation for number of Christmas trees harvested, supplying about 2 million fresh trees to the national market. There are more than 500 Christmas tree farms in Michigan on a combined 33,000 acres, ranging from large wholesale farms to choose and cut farms to small farms with a few acres selling pre-cut trees. And the Michigan grows and sells more than a dozen Christmas tree varieties on a wholesale level. Biggest one is probably the Fraser fir, just because of needle retention. Scotch pine is sort of that historical one, though. Scotch pine, with the dry conditions we've had in Michigan, they didn't look too good this year.
Oh. Okay.
So we don't have any of those at Woodell's.
Okay.
We have Frasers, which actually is better because they smell better than Scotch pine.
Oh, okay.
And so there's some of the other firs. Colorado blue spruce pretty well has disappeared because of the needle cast, needle drop fungal diseases. Most growers have stopped growing those. Mm-hmm. Most people get the Fraser firs because they have great needle retention, nice stiff branches, and great smell. Their real Christmas trees are actually a good environmental choice. You think, oh gosh, we're cutting trees down, but they typically grow on some of the rockier soils that's unsuitable for other crops, and they actually provide some woodland habitat for a lot of animals and birds. They create oxygen, so they take carbon dioxide out of the air, and they are a renewable resource, so they're actually 100% recyclable, and so you can recycle your trees and turn them into wood chips or so. They take 6 to 8 years at least for some of the faster growing ones. So some of the other ones take more about 10, 12, 14 years. So it depends on the tree species. That Scotch pine grow pretty fast. The Fraser firs typically a little longer before they get to the size, depending on what size they cut them at. Oh. I always take my tree out and actually I actually have it installed already. Put a fence post, T-post, metal T-post near my bird feeders on one site. And then after Christmas, I take the tree out after all the ornaments and lights are off and sort of slide it over the post, tie it in place so the wind doesn't blow it over, but provide a little more cover for the birds when they come into the feeders. And they've always liked that. So by the end of the season, it's sort of brown and sort of that sort of ceremonial first bonfire of the season, too.
Yeah, there you go.
So talking about birds at feeders, oh my goodness. I have gone through about 80 pounds of bird seed so far this year in the last month.
Is that about right, or is that a little high?
That's up tremendously. Now, I've added a couple of feeders, so I understand that that's part of the factor. But my biggest feeder area that I've got most of the feeders, typically there's 30 or 40 birds out there at a time. And with the snow cover, they've lost a lot of their food sources, so they're really hitting those feeders.
Okay.
And a lot of birds, typically you don't think of other birds, or a lot of birds eating suet besides woodpeckers, maybe flickers, nuthatches. All birds will eat some suet. I've had some finches that have been eating a lot of suet. And I think primarily so they can stay warm. They get that extra energy from the suet. So.
Okay.
So make sure you keep those feeders full. The birds, it gives you some nice cheap entertainment watching the birds.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, let's do the game plan today. Why don't you head down to Woodell's this morning, say hi to Gary, and enjoy all of the festivities out there, and then find your favorite place, Broncos and Miami, for the Mid-American Conference Championship. There's a full day right there.
Yes. Yeah. And then you can get home, get hunkered down, and then maybe watch it snow tomorrow morning.
Yes. Okay. I'm good with it.
Watch the nice flakes come down.
I'm good with it. Gary, thank you for stopping in. We enjoyed it. And thank you for listening to this edition of Nature Watch. Tune in each Saturday morning at 8:30 for Nature Watch, brought to you by Woodell's Nursery, Floral, Garden, and Bird Center at the corner of 12th Street and Millam Road. CBS and local news is coming up next, and then America Outdoors Radio right here on 590 and 106.9 FM WKZO. Go Broncos!